Hello, everyone. It's me, Coach K, your purpose driven, empowering self love coach, here to just give some words of inspiration. And today, I just want to share some words on why you should not be worried about people criticizing your truth of what you share. I was asked this question maybe like 2 weeks ago. How am I so comfortable with sharing my life with the world, my life experiences, and do I ever worry about people criticizing what I share? And my answer is no. Just like anything else, it took a process for me to, be able to open up because I was a closed person. I had to open up and work on my social skills. And then after that, I just had to just evaluate myself and decide how much I wanted to share. And then lastly, I had to go to God and just pray because there was fear in the beginning. And I was scared in the beginning. But my goal and my aim was to help someone else change, influence change in someone else, empower someone else to gain strength, inspire someone else to get up out that dark spot. And because though that was my aim, I focused more on that. And with going through the life experiences that I've been through and realizing that I am transitioning from my past mistakes to understanding me right now. I'm in a self-exploring mode. Self-exploring mode right now. Self-discovery mode, I would say. Self-discovery mode. Shh. I'm in a self-discovery mode right now with figuring out what works for me. So things in my past that I held on to, that I accepted, I'm now learning to let go of those things and implement new ways of adjusting and doing things. And that takes time. And with anything, it's a process. And for me, in the past, I did not include God. This time around, I decided to include God. And I've seen good results because situations that may have kept me mentally off balance, let's just say for weeks, I've turned over to days. Things that may have lasted for months have turned over to weeks. So I've seen some benefit with, including God through this process. And I say to someone else, give it a try. We tend to grab onto everything else, but we're scared to grab onto this whole aspect of including God in our life. This is not about going to church. This is not about paying your tithes. This is not about, the hypocrites that you may think people are, or none of that. And I always like to say that because this starts with a commitment from you. It starts with a commitment from you. And once you gain onto this commitment, everything else, you will begin to understand paying your tithes. You will begin to understand not to look at what other people do. You will begin to understand your starting point. All of those things will come in time. You just have to commit. God, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to give you this yes. Because here's the thing. It makes your process easier. It makes your transition easier. You're still going to have problems. You're still going to have tests. You're still going to have challenges. You're still going to have defeats. Those things are not going to stop. And the truth is, they're going to come harder. And that's why you need God. When you commit, I'm telling you, things are going to come harder. But you just got to stay in the fight. You got to stay in the fight. You got to stay in the fight. And you got to commit yourself fully. And as I always like to say to the young women, especially to the young women, do not settle for less than you deserve. Do not settle for less than you deserve, and do not sacrifice your feelings and your emotions when you are relating to men. Do not do it. Work on yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself. And most of all, through the process that you are going with regarding a man, learn to put God in the process because God will identify the right one. So here's the thing. Learn to love you first and learn to include God in the process of you relating to men. because God will identify the right man for you. And that's the easiest way that I can put it. The easiest way that I can put it. You know, as women, I don't know if I said this already, but as women, we allow things to happen and then we want to blame the other person. And a lot of times we don't look at the main factor is we open the door for it. We opened the door for it. Had we not opened that door, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah, the other person should be held accountable for their actions. But we opened the door to allow them to walk in and to do whatever they did. And that's what we have to look at. I'm going forward. How to keep the door shut when it's not supposed to be open. You know, allowing God to open the door for us. You know, and that's the most important thing. When God opens a door, it's the right door. And we don't have to worry about it. And that's the step that I'm moving in. Allowing God to open the doors. And not having to stress over the situations, over the decisions. Then I move forward making. And I just believe everything will go smooth from there. Like I said at the beginning of this video, do not be afraid. If you are on that road of wanting to help somebody, want to encourage somebody, inspire somebody, empower somebody, pray about it before going in. But never let anyone criticize you for what you share from your past or your current. Because here's the thing, your past is your past and you're moving forward. You're moving past your mistakes and all of those things and decisions. But in your current, you are learning as well. And you're moving forward. And a lot of people that are talking are standing still. They're standing still. So never be worried about being criticized about what you are sharing to help someone else. We all have a testimony. We all have a testimony in some form. So share. These days people need to share because so many people are living in silence. So many people are feeling that they are the only one in that situation. And there's so many more out here dealing with that same area. So speak out. Speak out, speak up. You know, speak out, speak up. And share whatever it is, you know, and share where God has moved you from. Share your transition. You know, share your difficulties and share your strengths so that others can see if I can make it, they can too. So those are my words today. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of being criticized about your truth. Keep moving forward because you are gaining wisdom, you are gaining understanding, you are gaining knowledge, and you are becoming in tune with a better you. And that's the most important thing. And the greatest thing that you can feel inside is that I'm becoming better. I'm becoming better. If you look behind me on my wall, it says believe in yourself. And I look at those words every morning that I wake up. I believe in myself. I believe that I can do better. I believe that I can become a better person. I believe that God is going to get me to a better point. And I believe if I keep putting forth the effort, everything is going to work out fine. So I pray that you enjoy your day. I pray that that you may just continue to work on you and be the best you. Love you. Until next time, God willing, be blessed.